Are you looking for the best Android phones? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best phones on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Google Pixel 7a. The Pixel 7a, August 10th, Wired recommends, comes very close to being the perfect phone for everybody. It looks gorgeous, especially in the flashy coral color. It has a powerful processor, Tensor G2, to run demanding games and zip through dozens of apps with ease. New in this model is an upgraded 64-megapixel camera and a 13-megapixel ultra-wide that take better photos than most other phones its price, and some pricier ones too. The 6.1-inch OLED screen is a nice size that's not too large and not too small, and it gets decently bright. Don't forget the smooth 90Hz screen too. Then there's wireless charging and the IP67 water resistance rating. Did I mention it costs less than $500? It will even last a while, thanks to the 5 years of security updates and 3 Android OS upgrades. It does have some concessions. It lacks a headphone jack and a microSD card slot, so if those are important to you, look elsewhere. The battery life is just okay, on average it can last a day, but you'll need a power bank if you're a power user. And the fingerprint sensor isn't my favorite. But even with these flaws, it's easily the best bang for your buck. At number 2. Samsung Galaxy S24, S24 Plus, and S24 Ultra. Samsung smartphones are the creme de la creme of the Android world, with top specs, refined hardware, and excellent software support. Seriously, the Galaxy S24, S24 Plus, and S24 Ultra, 8 out of 10, Wired recommends, will all receive 7 years of software updates. You can hold on to your phone for longer. They're powered by the latest Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chipset for smooth and powerful performance. The AMOLED screens are sharp and extremely bright, with 120 Hz screen refresh rates, and the batteries in all 3 should last you more than a day with average use. I break down the differences between all 3 models in this story, but suffice it to say that if you prioritize battery life, you should stick with the S24 Plus or S24 Ultra. The S24 is the smallest and best for anyone who prefers a tiny phone. The Ultra has the S Pen embedded inside, so it's a must-have for stylus stands. The triple camera systems on the S24 and S24 Plus are reliable and versatile, and the selfie camera remains one of the sharpest. The S24 Ultra has an extra 4th camera, a 5x optical zoom that replaced the old 10x optical zoom. I miss it, but 5x is still a nice option to have. These phones also capture some of the smoothest and most detailed videos in the world of Android, so if you film a lot on your phone, the S24 series is right for you. There is also now a bevy of smart AI features, some of which are genuinely useful, though they're still not quite as smart as Pixel phones. Once you have your Samsung in hand, read my recommendations on what settings to change to get the most out of it. At number 3. Google Pixel 8 and Pixel 8 Pro. Google's flagship Pixel 8 and Pixel 8 Pro, July 10th, Wired recommends, are more polished than ever, and they will be supported for a whopping 7 years of software updates like Samsung's Galaxy S24 series. The camera system on these 2 phones is, as always, excellent. The ultra-wide on the Pixel 8 Pro is one of the best in the business. There's now secure face unlock, which means you can use your mug as biometric authentication to get into banking apps, but it's not effective in low light, so the fingerprint sensor is still present as a secondary option. The reason to buy Pixel phones is the smart software features, like call screen, which thwarts robocalls and now even lets you respond to people without having to answer the phone. The Pixel 8 series focuses on smart image editing software. With tools like Magic Editor, Audio Magic Eraser, and Best Take, you get a powerful suite of features to easily change up your photos and videos, whether that's by erasing unwanted objects in the background, removing annoying sounds in your videos, or just switching someone's face in a group photo to one where they're not blinking. It's nuts, kind of disconcerting but also fun, and it can be genuinely helpful. I just wish the battery life on these phones could stretch closer to 2 days. Be sure to check out our best Pixel phones guide, where we've got case and accessory recommendations. At number 4. Motorola Razr Plus and Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5. Folding flip phones are the solution for folks who hate big screen devices and want tiny things that can fit in the smallest pockets. Here are 2 standouts. Samsung's Galaxy Z Flip 5, 7 out of 10, Wired recommends, delivers a big screen phone that feels more like a stack of post-its in your pocket when it's all folded up. How can you hate that? The new 3.4-inch cover screen lets you do more than before, like scroll through widgets, and you can browse a few apps too. The cameras are better than what's on the Motorola Razr Plus, see below, and it has an overall better build quality, but the battery life isn't great. Motorola's Razr Plus, July 10th, Wired recommends, has, in my opinion, an even more useful and larger front screen than the Galaxy Z, meaning you can use almost any app, read notifications clearly, and check other widgets like the weather, news, and your calendar all without having to open the phone. The cameras are sadly lackluster, and battery life is equally as middling as the Flip 5. It's also not as water repellent. If you want to save some cash, Motorola's cheaper Razr, 2023, regularly dips as low as $500, which is one of the lowest prices you'll find on a folding phone. It still functions great, with smooth performance and day-long battery life. However, the cover screen is barely useful and the cameras are so-so. At number 5. Google Pixel Fold. The Pixel Fold, August 10th, Wired recommends, is Google's first folding smartphone. On the outside, you have a wide 5.8-inch screen you'll primarily use, and it actually feels like using a normal phone screen with zero compromises. When you have both hands free, open it up and you're able to take advantage of a 7.6-inch screen, a larger canvas that makes some apps nicer to use, like Gmail and its 2-pane view, but it also allows for easy split-screen mode so you can multitask. This comes in handy more times than you'd expect. Top that off with a great camera system, bright displays, good battery life, and smart software and you have a winning recipe. Unfortunately, this comes at an insanely high cost, and you probably shouldn't spend $1,799 on a smartphone. There's also cause for concern about durability with these folding devices. Still, I loved using this first-gen device. It's a great showcase of where phones are heading next. Read our best folding phones guide for more options.